Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Varsami and I'm a Shamanic Astrologer. Today I will be sharing with you astrological information about the upcoming full moon in Scorpio that is happening on the 23rd or the 24th of April depending on your time zone. So before I start analyzing everything, I want to say a big thanks to all of you for all of your beautiful comments. I read all of them very carefully and they make me feel like we are all so connected and we're all navigating through these energies together, and so happy to see comments, people writing comments on other people supporting you guys, supporting each other. That's really amazing. So we have a lot of things to talk about. We have a very powerful full moon in Scorpio after the eclipse season, and we have also Jupiter conjuncting Uranus. So before I start, I want to say if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can support my work and I can continue recording these videos. So a full moon is a time where we always let go, when we release of old stuff. It's where the cell opens the membrane and release all the toxicity, all the things that doesn't need. And the full moon in Scorpio is the most powerful, let's say, emotional effect we can have, because Scorpio is a water sign, is connecting with the depth, with emotions, with intensity. It's the archetype of the magician in shamanic astrology. It connects with the power that we all have in us. And then the other side, the shadow side of Scorpio, is the deepest shadows. It's literally the underworld, when we have to go face our fears, our inner demons, and rise up, find our power, and become the magician, the creator of our own lives. So a full moon in Scorpio in general is very intense. Especially this full moon is especially intense because of some other cosmic alignments that are taking place. So this is a full moon where we have this possibility to really clear really deep emotional things, and also a lot of things that are very much subtle and we cannot really see or feel in any other occasions, let's say. So what makes this full moon especially intense is Jupiter and Uranus conjunction. I talked about this alignment in my previous video as well. So the 20th or the 21st of April, depending again on your time zone, we have Jupiter conjuncting Uranus, and this is a very rare astrological event. This is not something that happens all the time, especially in these degrees of Taurus. It's happening exactly on the 21 degrees of Taurus. The last time that this happened in these degrees of Taurus happened back in 1941. So in this lifetime, we're not going to have this experience to experience exactly this conjunction in these degrees. So what does it mean? So the planet of abundance, expansion, opportunities, which is Jupiter, right? The best planet we have in astrology, conjuncting Uranus, which is the planet of awakening, freedom, sudden changes. So this is a big opportunity to rise our consciousness as a collective, and also for us individuals, a big opportunity to awake to who we truly are, our true human nature. And you guys know I talk a lot about this slavery program also in other videos, but this is an amazing time for us to really realize a lot about our human race. How did we come to this point that we are right now? How many thousands of years, we don't really know the history. It's, let's say, it's their story, right? It's not the real story, most probably. So how many years of slavery we have been under, and what is now, how we can actually break this chain and really use our free will that each of us has and become creators, create a better dream, not only for ourselves but for the collective. Because if we understand that we are creators and whatever we think is manifesting in a physical reality, so of course holding on to these slavery programs that we are under, we are creating this reality of war, of poverty, of all these things we see in the world. But if we change this mindset as a collective, right, how this can manifest, right? So this is very beautiful energy that is coming, and it's all about that. Also for your personal life, this alignment can mean some sudden changes, some sudden cuts that are not aligned with your higher purpose also. This is the planet of sudden changes, and Jupiter wants to give you the abundance. Let's say I give you an example. You might wish, I want a healthy love relationship, right? And you just expect like the next day, like this man or woman to come at your door and be like, yes. But it's like Jupiter will make you do all the work. It's gonna help you understand all the patterns you have. That's why you attract these toxic partners, in order for you in the future to have a healthy relationship. It's not going to give it to you like, oh, here you are, that's the gift. So this is also for you to understand this alignment. It's not going to be like, oh, here's your gift. You're going to have to work through all these patterns, and then you, of course, you will receive the gift. And it's not so easy to let go from all these programs, but it's the only way to be the creators of our own reality, whatever we want to manifest. If we want to manifest a healthy relationship, if we want to manifest a soul-aligned business or work or anything like that, we have to do the work. So the planets are supporting us, but also we have to do some things, right? So I said also before in the previous video, we're under Mercury retrograde at the moment in Aries, and Mercury gonna finish its retrograde period on the 25th of April, 2 days or more days, or 3, or I lost it. 2 days after, or 1 day after, depending on your time zone again. So also we are still working with this retrograde energy, and again with these themes about reclaiming our power, taking our power back. If you would see the chart, there are so many conjunctions there with Mercury, with Chiron, with Venus. There's a lot of planets there together, and all of it is all about owning our voice, owning who we are, and taking our power back. Don't let ourselves be like, let's say, call ourselves victim, or let ourselves being there taken by the wave, because everybody is living this way. Everybody have lived this way for so many years, thousands of years. All of our ancestors lived this way. No, we have to question this. This is not the way to live. Do you think this way of living is healthy, is supporting us as a collective? I don't think so. So this is also, all the planets are pushing towards that. And also when I speak about taking our power away, I mean how much power we give, for example, to our parents, or because our parents, let's say, put some identities on us, and we keep these identities. So it's so hard to move on in our life and just become whatever we want, because this is what we're here to do, to become whatever we want to become. So now the ruler of this full moon, it's the ancient ruler, because we studied ancient rulers in Shamanic astrology, is Mars. And Mars is conjuncting Neptune. So this alignment is, Neptune is the planet of spirituality, of the dream world, of our intuition, and Mars is the planet of action, motivation, materializing, and also rules our masculine. So also this full moon helps us to, first of all, let go of all the illusion that is stopping us from taking this action that is aligned with our intuition, that is aligned with our dream. And also this full moon is going to help us to clear all the resistance in order for us to follow this dream, for whatever is this dream for each of us. So this full moon also clears a lot of things, but also gives us this motivation we need afterwards to move on. And I know in my previous video I said, is Mercury retrograde, don't take any action, and I think a few of you commented, what do you mean by that? So I wanted to explain in this video. When I say no action, I mean with Mercury retrograde, I mean not starting something completely new. Of course you're going to take action, like everything, life is action, right? But I mean not taking something like serious decisions, signing contracts, or anything completely new. So this full moon comes like a big cleansing also. And what actually, the first thing that was coming to me when I was preparing for this video is letting an old part in us to die. Letting an old part in us to die. So this is the energy that comes. We have something to let die in order to move on something new. We cannot keep these old things and keep trying to follow this dream. It's impossible. So it's very much of cleansing, very much deep. And also remember, we are still working with the North Node and Chiron conjunction that happened in February, and we're still healing our deepest wounds and aligning with our destiny, with our karmic destiny. And the main, let's say, destiny of all of us on this planet is to become our full creators, fully use our free will, and create a magical world for ourselves, and then inspire others so this can expand. Right? So the only aspect that the moon does a square with Pluto. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio, and this square is a lot about our, as I said already, our resistance. So there is Pluto is the planet, the karmic planet, also is a planet of transformation and death and rebirth. And when I speak about resistance, I know sometimes, you know, this word can sound a little bit abstract, so I wanted to make it always more practical. Resistance means what is stopping us. For each of us, there is, let's say, I have a dream and I want to follow it, and I don't do it, I procrastinate, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, who am I to do this? I'm not good enough. Or for each of us, there is a resistance on something. So this full moon helps us to really break this resistance. And when this comes to this point, it's not such an easy thing, because it's also the full moon in Scorpio, so it's like really going deep into these roots of this resistance and finding the way to face these fears, to face these inner demons, so you can come up and follow your motivation and use all this energy of Mars to materialize. So this is a very, say, combo. I'm just taking on my notes to see if I forgot anything to say. It's a very combo. Full moon has a lot of energies. I feel it's an amazing, amazing opportunity for us to kind of like raise in a new level in our life. And this is not something like that will, let's say, don't think of something really abstract or something really energetic, but literally seeing some things that are really stopping us also in our daily life, this kind of resistance. And for example, I noticed, for example, for myself, I've been always having my body contracted. Even I'm taking like a coffee in a cafe and chilling out with my friends, or I always notice this, I have this contraction, and I was like, why I'm contracting, what I'm trying to protect or keep, and then I realized all this movement and stress, and you have to do, and this and that, and all these kind of programs that were actually holding this, and my body was reacting to this. So that's an example. And now I realized, oh, how can I let go more of this? How can be fully relaxed? I relax my nervous system all the time, and just an example. And that was of course influencing a lot my daily life, and also it can influence more your health and other things if you do this for a long time. Just giving an example to understand a little bit more. So I wish you guys all the best with this full moon. Take this time. I always say in the full moon, especially also when we have this conjunction 20 or 21st of April, depending on your time zone, meditate and ask yourself, what part of me has to die, or what I have to change in order to align fully to who I want to be, who I want to become. And also it's a very nice time to also allow these dreams that you have to be here and see them, and see how you can take the next step towards them. And of course, this is not, as I say, it's not still a time for action, because we're still under Mercury retrograde until the 25th. But this full moon is preparing us for take the action afterwards. So thank you so much for watching. Also, I want to say feel free to follow me on social media, on Instagram and on my Facebook. It's the Cosmic Guidance all together, small letters. I put more, upload more astrological information, and sometimes I have some inspiration. I put some things there. And yeah, all the best. Best wishes, and see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.